Hello, Capricorn. Welcome back to the channel. I need to talk to you about something really important that just came through in your reading today. I pulled cards specifically asking about what someone is keeping from you right now. What showed up gave me actual chills. Not in a scary way, but in that way where you just know the universe is trying to get a message through. So grab whatever you're drinking, get comfortable, because we need to unpack this energy together. Before I even pulled the first card, I could feel this anticipation in the air. You know that feeling when you just sense something is brewing beneath the surface? That's exactly what this reading is giving me. Someone in your world has been holding on to information, and the cards are showing me it's getting harder and harder for them to keep it contained. The energy is building up like pressure in a bottle, and we're reaching that point where things need to come out into the open. So I shuffled the deck with your sign in mind, really focusing on this hidden information and what you need to know about it. And the first card that came through is the Lovers. Now I know what you might be thinking, but hold on because this card is showing up in such an interesting way here. The Lovers is not just about romance, even though that can definitely be part of it. This card is fundamentally about choices, partnerships, and most importantly, about truth and connections. What I'm seeing with the Lovers in this position is that someone close to you, someone you have a significant connection with, has been standing at a crossroads. They've been weighing their options about whether to reveal something to you or keep it hidden. This card suggests that whatever they're holding back involves a decision that affects both of you. It's not just their story to tell. It involves your life too, your future, your path forward. And that's probably why they've been hesitant. The beautiful thing about the Lovers appearing here is that it carries the energy of truth and alignment. This card is ruled by Gemini energy, which is all about communication, about getting things out in the open. When the Lovers shows up, it's often a sign that whatever has been hidden cannot and should not stay that way anymore. There's a divine timing element here, like the universe is saying this revelation is part of your journey toward greater authenticity and alignment in your relationships. What strikes me most about this card in your reading is the element of choice it represents. This person has been choosing to stay silent, but the Lovers indicates they're also recognizing that continuing to hide this information is actually creating more distance and misalignment than the truth ever could. You know how Capricorns value honesty and straightforward communication? Well, this card is validating that your energy has probably been picking up on something being off, even if you couldn't put your finger on exactly what it was. I'm also getting that whatever this secret involves, it has the potential to actually bring you closer to this person once it comes out. I know that might seem counterintuitive because secrets usually feel like betrayals, but the Lovers is showing me this is information that, once revealed, will actually create more understanding between you. It might be something they were scared would push you away, but the reality is quite different. The truth here has the power to deepen your connection rather than break it. Let me pull the next card because I want to understand more about the nature of this secret and why it's been kept hidden. And what came through is the Page of Cups. Okay, this is really interesting because pages in tarot represent messages, new emotional beginnings, and often a certain vulnerability or youthfulness in how something is being approached. The Page of Cups specifically is this beautiful energy of emotional news, of feelings that need to be expressed, of creative or heartfelt communication. When I see this card following the Lovers, it's telling me that the secret someone is keeping from you is deeply emotional in nature. This isn't about hiding practical information or trying to manipulate a situation. This is about someone who has feelings, thoughts, or experiences they haven't shared because they're genuinely uncertain about how you'll receive them. You know what the Page of Cups reminds me of? It's like when someone writes you a letter but keeps it in their drawer because they're not sure if they should send it. Or when someone rehearses what they want to say to you over and over but loses courage at the last moment. This card has that energy of wanting to reach out, wanting to express something genuine, but being held back by fear or insecurity. What's really fascinating here is that the Page of Cups often appears when someone has romantic feelings or emotional truths they've been keeping to themselves. For those of you Capricorns who have been in a situation where you suspected someone might have deeper feelings for you than they've let on, this card is basically confirming that hunch. But it goes beyond just romantic interest. This could also be about someone wanting to share their appreciation for you, their respect for you, or even an apology they've been holding on to. The page energy is inherently innocent and sincere. This isn't someone with malicious intent trying to deceive you. Instead, this is someone who cares about your opinion, who values your presence in their life so much that they're terrified of saying the wrong thing or revealing something that might change how you see them. Can you relate to having someone in your life who seems to put you on a bit of a pedestal? Who treats your opinion as really important? That's the energy I'm picking up here. Another layer of the Page of Cups is about intuition and psychic sensitivity. This card is encouraging you to trust what your emotional radar has been telling you. If you've had this sense that someone has more to say, that there's depth to a connection that hasn't been fully explored yet, you're absolutely right. Your intuition about this situation is spot on, and this card is validating that you're picking up on real undercurrents, not imagining things. The timing aspect of the Page of Cups is also significant. Pages represent the beginning stages of something, the first movements of energy that will eventually develop into something larger. This secret coming out is going to be the starting point of a new emotional chapter for you. It's the first domino that needs to fall for other things to shift into place. Whatever has been kept hidden is actually blocking a more authentic and fulfilling dynamic from developing, and the universe is ready to remove that block. I need to pull another card because I want to see what's pushing this revelation forward. What's creating the pressure that's going to make this secret finally come to light? And the card that showed up is the Eight of Wands. Now we're talking. This is the card of swift movement, rapid developments, and things that have been delayed suddenly rushing forward all at once. The Eight of Wands is fascinating in this reading because it completely shifts the energy from hesitation to action. If the Lovers was about someone standing at a crossroads, and the Page of Cups was about emotional messages being held back, the Eight of Wands is showing me that something is about to break through all those barriers. This is the universe saying enough is enough. It's time for truth to travel at the speed it's meant to. This card often appears when communication that has been stuck suddenly finds its way through. Think about it like messages that were sitting in someone's outbox finally getting sent. The Eight of Wands is ruled by the element of fire, which means it carries this unstoppable momentum. Whatever has been keeping this person silent, whether it's fear or timing or uncertainty, is about to be overridden by a stronger force pushing for revelation. What I love about the Eight of Wands here is that it suggests this truth is going to come out quickly, and possibly in a way that surprises both of you. This might not be some carefully planned sit-down conversation. It could be something that comes tumbling out in a moment of emotional intensity, or information that reaches you through an unexpected channel. The Eight of Wands is spontaneous and direct. It doesn't believe in slow reveals or careful planning. It's more like when someone just blurts out what they've been holding in because they literally cannot contain it anymore. For you, Capricorn, I know you typically appreciate when people are organized and thoughtful in how they communicate with you. But the Eight of Wands is showing me this reveal is going to have a more unfiltered quality to it. And honestly, that might actually be better. Sometimes the most truthful moments come when someone stops overthinking and just lets their authentic self come through. You're going to get the real story, the real feelings, without layers of carefully constructed explanation. The Eight of Wands also carries energy of things happening across distances or through technology. For some of you, this secret might be revealed through a text message, a phone call, or even something posted on social media. There's this sense of information traveling to reach you, and it's moving fast. If you and this person aren't in the same physical location regularly, pay attention to unexpected communication coming through digital channels. Another beautiful aspect of this card is that it represents clearing the air. You know how after a storm passes, the air feels fresh and clean? That's what the Eight of Wands brings after the revelation. Yes, there might be an intense moment when everything comes rushing out, but afterwards there's this sense of relief and clarity. No more wondering, no more sensing something is off. Everything is finally out in the open where it belongs. The number 8 in numerology is also significant here. It's the number of power, truth, and karmic balance. What this tells me is that this secret being revealed is actually part of balancing the energy between you and this person. Keeping it hidden was creating an imbalance, and the Eight of Wands is the universe's way of restoring equilibrium. Truth is powerful, and it's meant to be spoken. Let me continue because I want to understand what this revelation is going to mean for your life moving forward. The next card I pulled is the Wheel of Fortune, and this is such a significant card to appear in this position. The Wheel of Fortune is all about turning points, destiny, and cycles changing direction. This is not a minor card. This is the universe putting its stamp on something and saying this matters, this is fated. This is part of your bigger journey. What the Wheel of Fortune is telling me is that this secret coming to light is actually a pivotal moment in your life story. It's one of those things that you'll look back on later and recognize as a before and after moment. Before this truth was revealed and after, your path looks different. Not necessarily in a dramatic blow-up-your-life kind of way, but in the sense that new possibilities become available to you once this information is out in the open. The Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion and luck. This is such a positive omen for what this revelation means for your future. Even if the initial moment of truth feels uncomfortable or unexpected, the long-term impact is going to be beneficial for you. This secret being kept was actually holding you in a cycle that needed to complete. Once it's revealed, the wheel can turn forward and bring you into a new and improved phase of your life. One thing I really want you to understand about the Wheel of Fortune is that it represents divine timing and fate. This isn't random. This isn't just someone deciding to tell you something. This is the universe orchestrating circumstances because it's time for you to know. It's time for this information to be part of your awareness. You're being moved into alignment with your highest path, and this revelation is a necessary part of that alignment. The Wheel of Fortune also suggests that what's being revealed might connect to larger patterns or cycles in your life. Maybe the situation echoes something from your past that you thought was resolved, or maybe it opens up opportunities you thought had closed. There's a sense of things coming full circle, of karma playing out in ways that ultimately serve your growth and evolution. Trust that even if you don't immediately understand why this needed to come out now, there's a bigger plan at work. For practical Capricorns, the Wheel of Fortune is asking you to stay open to how this revelation might shift your perspective on multiple areas of your life. Sometimes one truth coming to light illuminates other situations or relationships in new ways. You might find yourself reassessing things you thought you understood, and that's actually a good thing. The wheel turning brings fresh insight and understanding. The element of luck and fortune in this card is also important. I'm getting that whatever this person has been hiding, the outcome of it being revealed is actually going to work out in your favor. Maybe it opens a door you didn't know was there. Maybe it removes an obstacle you didn't realize was in your way. Maybe it brings clarity that allows you to make better decisions about your future. The Wheel of Fortune is fundamentally optimistic. It's saying yes, change is coming, and that change is ultimately fortunate for you. I'm pulling another card because I want to see what role you play in all of this. How should you be positioning yourself as this revelation approaches? And the card that came through is the Four of Wands. This is beautiful. The Four of Wands is about celebration, stability, foundation, and reaching a stage of completion that allows for joy and harmony. What strikes me immediately about the Four of Wands showing up here is that it suggests once this secret is out, there's actually reason to celebrate. This card appears at weddings, housewarmings, and moments of achievement. It's about reaching a stable platform where you can finally relax and enjoy what you've built. In the context of your reading, it's telling me that this revelation, rather than destroying something, is actually going to create a foundation for something better and more stable. The Four of Wands has this energy of coming home, of finally feeling settled and secure. For some of you Capricorns, this might literally relate to home or family matters. Perhaps this secret involves living situations, family dynamics, or future plans around stability and security. But even if it's not literal, there's a metaphorical sense of this truth allowing you to feel more at home in a relationship or situation. No more walking on eggshells, no more sensing something is unsaid. Just honest, stable, solid ground beneath your feet. This card is also about community and support. The Four of Wands shows me that you're not alone in navigating whatever comes from this revelation. There are people around you who support you, who want to see you happy and secure. Don't hesitate to lean on your trusted circle if you need perspective or emotional support as things unfold. But honestly, the energy of this card is so positive that I think you're going to handle this revelation with a lot more ease and grace than you might expect. What I love about the Four of Wands in this position is that it represents a threshold you're crossing. In traditional imagery, this card shows people passing under an archway decorated with flowers, moving from one space into another. This secret being revealed is your archway moment. You're transitioning from a phase where information was withheld into a phase where everything is transparent and clear. And on the other side of that archway is something worth celebrating. The number 4 in tarot represents stability, structure, and solid foundations. These are very Capricorn concepts, right? You value things that are real, dependable, and built to last. The Four of Wands is confirming that whatever develops after this truth comes out is going to have those qualities. No more shaky ground or uncertain footing. This is about establishing something genuine and reliable. Let me pull one final card to bring this reading home. I want to see what the ultimate outcome of all this is, where you'll find yourself once the dust settles and this secret is no longer a secret. And the card that appeared is the Four of Swords. This is really interesting as a closing card because it's about rest, contemplation, and peaceful recovery after a period of mental stress or conflict. The Four of Swords is telling me that after this revelation happens and you've processed it, you're going to enter a period of real peace and clarity. This card often appears when it's time to step back, take a breath, and integrate everything you've learned. It's not about drama or ongoing turbulence. It's about finding your center again. Maybe even more solidly than before because now you're working with complete information. What I'm picking up from the Four of Swords is that once you know what's been hidden, you're actually going to feel a sense of relief. All that subconscious energy you were using to sense that something was off, to navigate around unspoken truths, that energy gets freed up. You can finally relax. Your mind can rest because you're not constantly trying to read between the lines or figure out what's really going on. Everything is clear and you can simply be present with what is. This card also suggests you might need some time alone to process this information. The Four of Swords is a solitary card in many ways. It shows someone taking time for themselves, creating space for reflection and inner work. Don't feel pressured to immediately react or make big decisions once this secret comes out. It's okay to say you need time to think, to sit with the information, to understand how you feel about it. Your Capricorn nature appreciates careful consideration anyway, and the Four of Swords is validating that approach. There's also a healing quality to the Four of Swords. If this secret being kept has been causing you stress, even subconsciously, this card promises that healing is on the other side of revelation. Sometimes we don't realize how much energy we're expending dealing with half-truths or hidden information until that burden is lifted. The Four of Swords is showing me that you're going to feel lighter, clearer, more at peace once everything is out in the open. The Four of Swords also speaks to mental clarity and perspective. After the initial revelation and your period of contemplation, you're going to see this entire situation with remarkable clarity. Things that confused you will make sense. Behavior that seemed inconsistent will suddenly have context. You'll understand the why behind what was hidden, and that understanding brings wisdom and peace. This reading is fundamentally about truth setting things right. What's been hidden has been creating imbalance and preventing authentic connection. The universe is ready to clear that blockage and move you forward into something more honest and aligned with your highest good. Whatever this secret turns out to be, trust that you're meant to know it now, and that knowing it serves your journey. I hope this reading brought you some clarity and peace about what you've probably been sensing. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments what you think might be coming to light.